Why are you sure the Torah is true?
I have to explain to you that today you have more than 80,000 religions and cults in the world. More than 80,000. There's so many different beliefs among people. Of course, Judaism is 3,330 years ago. Christianity is 2,000 years old. Islam is less than 1,400 years old. Buddhism is 2,400 years old. So Judaism is before all the main religions that you know. And there is one very large difference between Judaism to all the other religions and cults that came after. The main difference is that every religion you know, include Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, all of those, it's a person come and he tells you a story that he had a revelation, like Muhammad came and say, Angel Gabriel gave me the Quran, Angel Jibril in Arabic, gave me the Quran, and you ask him, how many people saw it? The answer is no one. I was alone in a desert, and he made me a prophet. You go to Christianity, how does it start? With the story of one woman, Mary. She says she had a dream, God came to her in a dream. How many people witnessed the dream? No one. So it's a story of one person. And you go to Buddhism. You ask, how did it start? There was a person named Buddha. He claimed he saw the light, he had an enlightenment, and that's how it all started. How many people saw it? No one. It was him, it was a story. Judaism is completely different. Judaism is an event that God spoke to Moses, the first prophet in the world, in front of the entire nation. Millions of people witnessed that. Therefore, when they received the Torah, the book of God, the original one and only book of God, I know there are others who claim that God gave another book, but I can prove to you in minutes that it's not the case. Because it's very simple. If you have a book that you claim that this book was given to you by God, then this book cannot have any human errors. If this book will have human errors, then you know it's not from God, right? If for instance, I'm going to give you a book now, it's written that the Twin Towers collapsed in Miami. Everybody knows it was in Manhattan, in New York.
Yes.
So if you see something like this in a book, then you know the rest of the book you cannot rely on. Why? Because God doesn't make mistakes. So when you go to other books like Quran and the New Testament and other books, you find a lot of mistakes over there. So it takes sometimes 5 to 10 minutes to prove that these books are not from God. But our Torah, the Jewish people that receive it in a public event, you can check the entire Torah from A to Z. After 3,300 years, you'll never find any mistake. Not only that, it's full of prophecies. The Torah told us what's going to happen in 1,000 years, in 2,000 years, and even now, in 3,000 years later. So you see that this book can never be written by a human being. Only the creator of the world was able to write such a book. Once you know you're holding in your hand the one and only original book of God, excuse my language, you have to be very stupid to ignore the instructions of the one who created you and give you everything you have in your life. He can reward you, he can punish you, he can do all kinds of things in your life, can give you children, cannot give you children, can give you money, can take away your money. You don't want to mess with someone that your life is in his hand. Now remember, even if there was a doubt about the Torah and we won't be able to prove that it's 100% divine, just because there is a chance that it's the book of God, we would have to still follow it. You understand why? Because, you know, what if it's the book of God? How can I take such a risk? But that's as long as there's no human errors. Once you have human errors in a book, you have zero chance that the book is the book of God.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. But let me know, if right now I am Christian or a Muslim, how I know is wrong? How can I know that?
All right, so it's like I said, I have a film, it's called Torah and Science. This film I show in part one, it has 3 different parts. Part one, I show the difference between Judaism and other religions. I give you one example. The Christians, they say that God gave the Jews the Torah, what they call the Old Testament. And then they say that God gave part 2, which is the New Testament. Now you understand that if God gives book number 1 and then he gives another book number 2, it has to be a continuation from where part 1 ended.
Yes.
And it has to match, to comply with the same details. When you see in part 2 hundreds of contradictions, what God said in book 1 all of a sudden became something completely different in part 2, then you know it's very simple. You know this book is fake. It's not really the book of God. Same thing with the Quran.
Right.
The Quran, I give you one example. In the Quran, it's written that there was a woman named Miriam, Mary, same woman, the mother of JC, from Christianity, Jesus.
Yes.
And the mother of JC, she became pregnant, just like the New Testament telling us a story that she said that God made her pregnant in a dream. So they say that when she came to the people of her town, they asked her, what did you do? You're not married. How is it possible that you're pregnant like that? And her answer was, oh, no, I didn't commit any sin. You have to have mercy on the boy. So if you read the story over there, they got confused between two different Miriam. Miriam, the sister of Moses and Aaron in the Torah, that lived 3,400 years ago, and Miriam, the mother of JC, which lived 2,000 years ago. They confused between two Miriam and made her one woman.
And this is in the Quran.
In the Quran. So according to the Quran, the uncle of JC is Moses.
Okay.
Now, do you think that God can make such a stupid mistake?
Absolutely not.
Here you go. I can give you, by the way, 100 different mistakes, but we don't want to, focus too much on that.
Yes.
It's just to show you how easy it is to prove that a religion is not the book of God. Now, I'll give you one more example. In Christianity, it says that Jacob went to Egypt with 75 people. The only problem is that in the Torah, it says that Jacob went to Egypt with 70 people. The question is, what happened to God? Did he forget that Jacob went to Egypt with 70 people, all of a sudden it became 75?
Yeah, you're right. I understand what you say. Okay. So, how do we know Judaism is not made up?
Oh, so like I said, when you come to a group of millions of people and you give them a book, right? Let's say I come to 3 million people and I give them now a speech. So the question that we have to ask, can I come to 3 million people and tell them fairy tales, things that happened to them, and it really never happened? Let's say I have 3 million people here and I say, I am the messenger of God. My name is Moses. I took you out of Egypt. I opened the Red Sea for you. I saved you from the Egyptians. I struck on the Egyptian 10 plagues. All the things that your eyes saw, you heard me speaking to God. Somebody would say, excuse me, sir, we don't know what you're talking about. We've never been in Egypt. We didn't see the 10 plagues in Egypt. We didn't see that the water opened up. We don't see manna falling from heaven and we have food every day. All the things that are written in a book never really happened to us. Can I come and fool you? Can I come to you and say to you, Idan, you heard me 5 minutes ago speaking to God in front of your eyes. If it never happened, can I fool you and tell you such thing?
Absolutely
Would
not.
you cooperate with my scam?
No.
No, okay. So can I come to 3 million people and say, all of you just heard me speaking to God, and this is the book he gave me to give it to you. And they open it up.
In the Torah is right there. Yeah, this is
Right
what
there,
happened.
right there. All of you saw me speaking to God. All of you were in Egypt. You were slaves there. I got you out of there. I saved you from there. I took you out. We're taking care of you in the desert. If one of the 100 miracles that are written in the Torah would not be accurate, nobody would agree to take the Torah. Because remember, the Torah demands that people will make a complete change in their lifestyle. Complete change.
Yes.
Certain things you're not allowed to eat from now on. Certain people you're not allowed to get married to. The way you conduct your business has to be with full honesty. There's no way to go around things. things that you could have done before, before God came to you and gave you a book, you could basically do whatever you want. We were like just another species in nature. Now your life is full of discipline. You are restricted. Nobody likes restrictions to begin with. So the fact that millions of